You turn the key, the engine cranks. The dash lights come on, the battery seems fine, and still the car just won't start. That's the kind of problem that makes people replace a battery, a starter, maybe even sensors, and still end up stuck. Here's the thing, a car that won't start can come from a lot of causes. Most people immediately blame the battery, and this is where fuel pump problems get overlooked. If the engine is spinning normally but never actually fires up, the fuel system moves way higher on the suspect list than most drivers realize. The fuel pump has one simple job. It pulls fuel from the tank and sends it up to the engine at the pressure the engine needs. So cranking and starting are not the same thing. Cranking means the starter is turning the engine over. Starting means the engine is getting what it needs, including fuel, and actually begins to run on its own. If your engine cranks normally and still won't fire, that doesn't automatically mean the fuel pump is bad, but it does mean fuel delivery deserves a real look. If you like practical car advice that saves money, subscribe, because this is exactly where people waste money replacing the wrong part first. One of the biggest reasons is a failing fuel pump motor. Sometimes it gets weak before it dies completely. You may notice longer cranking, random stalling, or a whining sound coming from the tank area. That sound might seem minor, but it tells you a lot. On many cars, when you turn the key to the on position before cranking, you should hear a brief hum from the rear of the car as the pump primes the system. If that sound is missing, or it sounds unusually loud and strained, that's a clue. Now, to be fair, some pumps are naturally quiet, so silence alone doesn't prove failure. But if the car used to start normally and now cranks with no fire, that missing prime sound matters. The likely fix could be a new fuel pump, but don't jump there yet because a quick check can save you money. Another common cause is a blown fuel pump fuse or a bad relay. This one can act exactly like a dead pump. The engine cranks, but no fuel gets sent forward. Most drivers don't realize this because the car can sound healthy while doing absolutely nothing useful. Start with the fuse box diagram in your owner's manual. Check the fuel pump fuse. If it's blown once, replace it. If it blows again, that usually means something deeper is wrong and needs diagnosis. The relay can also fail and keep power from reaching the pump. On some vehicles, if there's an identical relay nearby, you can swap it briefly just as a test. That's a cheap check before buying a pump you may not need. A clogged fuel filter can do the same kind of damage in a slower, sneakier way. The filter is there to catch dirt and debris before fuel reaches the engine. Over time, it can restrict flow enough that the engine struggles to get fuel, especially during startup. You might notice hard starting, weak acceleration, rough running, or stalling before the full no-start happens. And this is why listening to the symptoms before the breakdown matters. If the filter is serviceable on your vehicle and hasn't been changed in a long time, replacing it may be a much cheaper first move than throwing in a pump. On some newer cars, though, the filter is part of the pump assembly, so this is where checking your specific vehicle matters. This next clue is one of the biggest giveaways: low fuel pressure. The pump may still run, but not strongly enough. That means the engine gets some fuel, just not enough to start properly. A weak pump can also let pressure bleed off after the engine is shut down, which leads to long cranking before it finally fires, or no start at all. If cycling the key on and off a few times before cranking seems to help, that can be a sign the system is struggling to build pressure. The proper way to confirm it is with a fuel pressure test gauge and the correct pressure spec for your vehicle. I'm not saying every no-start problem is a bad fuel pump, but if the engine cranks normally and still won't fire, the fuel system is one of the first places to check. Bad wiring or a poor electrical connection at the pump is another one that fools people. The pump itself may be fine, but if power or ground isn't reaching it consistently, the result feels the same from the driver's seat. Sometimes the car starts one day and not the next. Sometimes it stalls and then restarts later. Corrosion, loose connectors, damaged wiring, or a weak ground can all interrupt pump operation. The frustrating part is, the car may crank perfectly and still have a fuel problem. If your symptoms come and go, don't ignore the electrical side. Let me know in the comments whether your car cranks, clicks, or does nothing at all, because that changes the direction of the diagnosis fast. And then there's contaminated fuel or debris in the tank. Bad gas, water in the fuel, or sediment pulled through the system can restrict flow, clog the filter, and even damage the pump over time. This is especially worth thinking about if the trouble started right after filling up, or after the car sat for a long time. In that case, replacing parts blindly can get expensive in a hurry. The fix might involve draining the tank, cleaning the system, changing the filter, and checking the pump, which is not always a driveway job. The big takeaway is simple. A no-start problem does not automatically mean a dead battery, and it does not automatically mean you need a new fuel pump either. But fuel pump issues usually leave clues first. Long cranking, stalling, whining noises, no prime sound, or pressure that just isn't there. Check the basics before replacing parts. Listen for the pump. Check the fuse and relay. Pay attention to whether the problem is constant or intermittent, and be careful around fuel systems because if testing goes beyond the basics, it's smart to bring in a professional. Subscribe if you want more simple car troubleshooting videos that actually help, because knowing what to check first can save you a lot of money and a lot of frustration.